Hey gang. I'm Fahaam, your financial freedom guru. Let's turn your dreams into billionaire success stories. Let me hit you with a question. Why do billionaires, the people who have access to everything, block exactly 5 hours a week just to learn? No meetings, no distractions, just focused learning time. That's the 5-hour rule. And it's not a coincidence. The wealthiest people in the world understand that if you're not learning, you're dying. Period. In a world where everyone's addicted to scrolling, they chose discipline. If you want to outpace 99% of the world, you've got to do what 99% of people refuse to do. Learn deliberately. Every week. No excuses. The 5-hour rule isn't just about reading books. It's about creating time to evolve. And let me tell you, it's your secret weapon in a world full of noise. It's what Benjamin Franklin used. It's what Elon Musk uses. It's what every smart entrepreneur and millionaire you admire lives by. 1 hour a day, 5 days a week, no compromises. Because success doesn't come to those who sit and wait, it comes to those who show up for themselves consistently. If you're serious about winning, this is where you start. Every single person who made it big carved out time to learn when everyone else was distracted. They protected that time like gold. Think about it, an hour a day doesn't sound like much, right? But that's 5 hours a week. That's over 250 hours a year. And in those hours, you're absorbing knowledge, upgrading your thinking, exposing yourself to ideas that multiply your income and your impact. You're not wasting time. You're weaponizing it. Most people say they don't have time. But they scroll social media for 3 hours a day. They binge shows. They gossip. They make excuses. But not you. You're here because you're ready to flip the script. You're ready to make your time count. Here's how you apply the 5-hour rule in your own life. You don't need a fancy library or a Harvard degree. You need a decision. Block 1 hour a day. It could be in the morning, at lunch, or before bed, whatever works. But once it's blocked, it's sacred. You read. You study. You reflect. And you execute. That hour is yours. And every time you show up for it, you're stacking the odds in your favor. You're putting in the kind of reps that separate winners from wishers. And no, it's not just about reading for fun. It's about intentional learning. You read with a notebook in hand. You write down ideas. You ask questions. You connect the dots. And then, you apply. You don't just hoard knowledge, you use it to build. The 5-hour rule is about growth, but it's also about execution. Because learning without doing is just mental entertainment. That's not what we're here for. We're here to win. Now let me give you some actionable habits that will accelerate your growth like crazy. Number 1, set learning goals. Don't just say, I'll read something. Say, I'll learn how to write better sales pages, or, I'll understand how investing works. Give your brain a target. Number 2, reflect. After you consume, take 10 minutes to write down what you learned. That's how you lock it in. Don't just move on, digest it. Number 3, teach. Share what you learned with someone. It could be a tweet, a post, a video, or a conversation. Teaching is learning on steroids. Number 4, apply. Every single week, use something you learned in real life. It could be in your job, your side hustle, your habits, or your mindset. Knowledge that isn't used is wasted. And number 5, track your growth. Keep a journal. Watch your progress. Celebrate the small wins. That's how you stay consistent. Listen, you don't need to be a genius. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to commit to the process. 1 hour a day. 5 days a week. That's it. That's the edge. While others are distracted, you're building. While they chase dopamine, you're building discipline. That's the real flex. And don't tell me you don't have time. Wake up an hour earlier. Use your commute. Swap one Netflix episode for a book. Trade 60 minutes of scrolling for 60 minutes of growing. The ROI is insane. Your mindset shifts. Your conversations upgrade. Your confidence skyrockets. You start making smarter decisions. You stop chasing trends and start building legacies. This is how millionaires stay ahead. They don't just make money. They multiply their knowledge. They evolve. They stay sharp. And you can too. This isn't about becoming a nerd. It's about becoming unstoppable. You want to be the person who walks into a room and owns it. Start learning like your life depends on it, because it does. The 5-hour rule isn't a trend. It's a system. And systems create freedom. That's the goal. Not just more cash, but more control, more confidence, more clarity. The ability to wake up every day and know you're growing. So what should you start with? Pick a topic you care about. Business. Investing. Sales. Marketing. Copywriting. Whatever moves the needle in your goals. Start small. Read a chapter. Watch a course. Listen to a podcast. Just make it count. Remember, consistency beats intensity. It's better to study 1 hour a day for 5 days than cram 5 hours into a Saturday. Build the habit. Make it non-negotiable. And when people ask how you leveled up, tell them you stopped wasting time. You started learning like the rich. You applied the 5-hour rule. And it changed everything. It's not magic. It's math. 5 hours a week for a year is a game changer. That's how you build an unfair advantage. And let's be real, if you're watching this, you're not average. You're hungry. You're different. You want more. So give yourself that edge. Invest in your brain. Build your skills. Expand your mindset. The money, the freedom, the lifestyle, it all starts here. You're either growing or you're dying. Choose growth. Choose to outlearn everyone around you. Choose to be the smartest person in the room, not because you were born that way, but because you outworked everyone else when it came to learning. And when it gets tough, because it will, remember this, billionaires block 5 hours a week for learning. If they can, you can. If you want to become like them, start doing what they do. It's your move. Time to put in the hours. Time to read. To grow. To win. Keep learning, keep growing, and dominate your future.